Good evening everyone and welcome back to the Brain Dead Breakdown. And today I am checking out Umbra by Ghost. Except you're going to get two me's. You're going to get past me and present me. So I've already done a full album reaction to Skeletor over on the Patreon. I bought the vinyl and I listened to the whole thing in one shot and posted the video over to the Patreon. But what I'm going to do is do a couple of videos of a couple of select songs where you get the dual reaction. You get both past and present me. Going to edit them together. So this is Ghost Umbra. Do Umbra first, and then next week we're going to have Excelsis. This album was awesome. There's not really any other way I can put that. You know, like, there have been certain things about Ghost when I listened to some of their music from before this album that I really liked, but I would have liked more if they were amped up a little. Such as the guitar tone and the heavier elements and things like that. It's like, this album feels like they've amped some of those elements up. They're still not like a black metal band or anything like that, you know, like a super, like, you know, like, of course they're not that, but like there are some heavier elements in the guitars and things like that in this album that I thoroughly enjoyed. But we're going to crack on anyway. We're going to look at Umbra. Past me is going to tell you what he thought during the song. I'm going to tell you what I think during the song. And then afterwards, we're going to have a little wrap up. So come along for the ride, guys. Let me know what you think of this format. Been trying something new. It started over with the Sleep Token videos, and now we're bringing it over to Ghost, and we're going to see how it goes. So come along. Let's have some fun. This is Umbra. Yeah, this album's been really fun so far. Like, I'm going to say, look, I don't think there's anything groundbreaking here. And please don't take offense to that if Ghost fans, like, because I think that comes back to me saying how I can musically I can understand it very easily and quickly, despite it being well composed, because I want a better word than derivative, because derivative sounds like sounds like it's being like I'm trashing it, but I don't mean to. Derivative isn't always a bad thing, you know. It's just like, there's a lot of inspirations in Ghost songs. You know, I've mentioned Ozzy. People talk about like dark ABBA, you know, and things like. There's a lot of band names that you could throw around in relation to Ghost. Oh, okay, I like this. This kind of feels like that guitar, once again, going back to the Ozzy comparison. That feels like it could be a Zakk Wylde guitar riff, you know? That guitar tone, though. That guitar tone, though. That guitar tone. This might be the first Ghost song I learn on guitar, guys. Like, just throwing that out there. This might be the first one I sit down and learn, because this sounds really fun to play.
So
Yep. Yep. Oh, my eyes are so dry. Hay fever, guys. I've had a hay fever tablet today and everything. Little dive bomb. Guitar versus synth duel. I like it. I like it. Going a bit deep purple now here. Oh. So the guitar work in this album is some of the best that Ghost has ever had, and I am all for it, man. I really like this one. I love it. I love it. It's funny. I heard so much shit thrown Ghost's way before I listened to listened to any of their music. And I was curious as to why. You know, like I was around on social media. I may not listen to their music at the time or anything, but like it's still because I play guitar, you know, like I'd listen to Gary Moore and Pink Floyd and a lot of like older like guitar stuff. So like they'd get recommended to me and I just see, and like you just see like top comment, you know, because on places like Facebook it recommends the top comment along with the video and stuff, and it would be hate, and I'd just be like, man, what did this band do to piss people off so much? And at this point, I'm convinced that it's the same with The Warning. You know, like the Warning fans are like, their fans are very steadfast, and I'm convinced the reason as to why is because you got so many people that just don't like for some reason take it personally that a more classic rock inspired band is doing so well. You may not like the classic stuff. You may like the modern technical like production and all of that on your guitars and syncopated beats. Everything sounds like it's played by a robot. I like that in some contexts as well. But it don't mean that you need to go hating on bands that don't want to do it like this. It's like me, for example, right? I'm torn right now because I like so much music. It's like, okay, what influences do I take and put into what music, you know? And I've already decided that I probably have about 3 or 4 projects in mind. And the one that's just going to be under my name is going to be the more classically inspired guitar themed stuff. And I'm like, and do you know what? But I also have some ideas for some more modern stuff. And it makes me laugh to think that if two of these particular side projects got off the ground, the fan bases between both of them would probably hate each other. Like, because one would be like modern music, like syncopated, like modern production hates old style stuff, and one would be the classic stuff that hates. Whereas I'm just in the middle, just like I like so much different kinds, so many different kinds of music. But like, man, Ghost do not. The summary is Ghost do not deserve the hate they get. I don't think. Like, it's one of those don't listen sort of things. Like, Ghost obviously have a lot of people who do like them and do listen to them. I can think of another band like that. You know, like where people, you know, they obviously have a lot of fans, they obviously have a lot of listeners, yet the people who don't like them just can't shut the fuck up about, I don't understand why people like these. And it's like, okay, well, you don't understand. Move on then. It doesn't matter, you know? Anyway, you don't like it, move on, I think is my thing, because this band are fucking awesome, and as well, Tobias seems like a really nice dude, and they don't deserve the hate they get. They just don't. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't, subscribe for more like this, comment down below to join the discussion. Thank you very much for watching. There are links in the description for my Patreon, which has hundreds of extra videos, including the full album listen through of this album, and we got the Twitch as well, which has live streams every week, every Monday in fact. But thank you for watching. I've been Braindead, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.